welcome to Denvering.com. My name is Jennifer Pollock with Keller Williams Realty. I want to be your local realtor. Today I'm doing an interview with Nick of Oxford Mortgage. He's out in my Keller Williams Denver Tech Center office. He's going to be discussing with us today the Mortgage 101, how to get a mortgage and what we do to get a mortgage. So Nick, what items does a first-time home buyer need to have to apply to receive a mortgage?
Well, paperwork is the one thing that you can't hide from in this business. So you're going to have the last 2 years W-2s for all borrowers, last 30 days pay stubs, last 2 months bank statements, all pages. You have to document any and all large deposits on those statements, as well as the last 2 years tax returns.
Great. So that's quite a bit of homework for my clients.
There is. There's a lot of homework, but we will definitely prep them in advance so they know exactly what to get. We feel that it's better to have them run around and get it up front than to have to get it 4 or 5 times throughout the process.
Fabulous. How are credit scores affecting the interest rate that first-time home buyers or second-time home buyers get?
Well, FHA is going to be the lowest allowable credit score program, and that's a 620. Okay. From there, conventional pricing is tiered. So 740 and above is A+ paper. From there, 720, 700, 680 credit scores will affect your interest rates from there.
Great. And I've heard there's some challenges to FHA financing in the new realm of loans, which have changed over the past year.
Sure. Well, really, FHA is a great loan program, but the one big hurdle that you'll run into on any FHA deal is the appraisal. The FHA appraisal acts as an inspection as well.
Okay.
Not near as in-depth, but there are specific guidelines that FHA requires that FHA appraisals meet. So, broken windows, handrails missing, carpet that is beyond salvaging, things like that would have to be replaced before the deal can close.
So even if we have the inspection up front, the appraiser could go out and actually ask for more items to be repaired.
That's absolutely right.
Before closing.
Exactly.
So we just have to keep that in mind when we're looking at homes, that we're taking into account what needs to be repaired and asking for those up front. Also, I've heard that there is a tax credit for veterans who have recently returned from the military.
That's exactly right. The tax credit, as it stood before, was $8,000 for first-time home buyers, anyone who hasn't owned a home in the last 3 years,
right,
and $6,500 for people who are buying a new home and have been in their current residence for at least the last 5.
And that ended April 30th,
that ended April
2010.
30th.
Okay.
They have extended the tax credit for veterans who have been overseas for at least 3 months.
Great.
And the tax credit is the exact same if you've owned a home for the last 5 years and you're buying a new one, or if you're a first-time home buyer.
Fabulous. So all you VA buyers, come to Nick and we'll get you pre-approved. How do interest rates affect a purchase price for a first-time home buyer?
Well, obviously right now is an excellent time to buy. With rates being so low, it gives people more buying power. Being that your interest rate obviously affects your monthly payment.
Okay.
Typically, every $1,000 is about $10 a month, roughly, in payment. So obviously the lower the interest rate, the lower your payment. So they're expecting rates over the next year and a half to tick up dramatically. So right now is a great time to get out there and buy.
To get out there. Great. So you're saying that when interest rates are lower, like they currently are hovering around 5%, that the buyer can buy a bigger priced house and have a payment that's maybe $1,000 a month, and then when the interest rates go up to 7 or 8, that will actually decrease their purchasing power. Let's say they could buy right now a $100,000 property at the current interest rates, and then next year when it goes up, or in the future it goes up, you can only purchase maybe $90,000 or $80,000 for the same mortgage.
That's exactly right. Absolutely. I mean, with rates being this low, it's definitely giving people a lot more buying power.
Great. And I've heard about this appraisal process and how it's changed over the past 2 years. Can you explain a little bit of those changes?
Absolutely. The big change is the appraisal ordering process has been taken out of the hands of anybody but the bank. Buyers can't recommend one, realtors, mortgage brokers. We now order it directly through the bank.
Okay.
And from there, we can have no contact with the appraiser.
Okay.
The thought is that you'll get a more accurate appraisal this way, but it's definitely more of a process than it used to be.
Great, great. And anything else you want to say to the buyers, of Denver and surrounding neighborhoods?
No, I would say it's a great time to buy. Don't listen to everything you're hearing on the news.
Right.
The rates are excellent. Programs are abundant. There's a lot of loans out there for a lot of different kind of buyers.
There's even things called CHAFA loans, which allow certain buyers under certain income levels to buy for about $1,000 out of pocket. That's a Colorado Housing and Finance Authority program. And so, depending on your income and your credit scores, that could be another avenue to get you into a home for a low-level entry, $1,000
Yeah.
to buy a home.
That's exactly right.
Great.
There's a lot of programs out there.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Nick
absolutely.
of Oxford Mortgage.
Yeah, thank you.
And if you want to talk to Nick more about current loan programs, you can reach him at.
303-389-9780.
Great. And do you have an email?
Yeah, it's nick@oxfordmtgc.com.
Fantastic. Thank you for visiting denvering.com today. I'm Jennifer Pollock. And again, if you need real estate services, feel free to call me. You can call me at 720-495-9404. And I want to be your local Denver Realtor. Thank you.